now to discuss the contribution being made by Cognizant towards the relief measures in Chennai is Mr. Chandrasekaran. Mr. Chandrasekaran, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18. It's a fairly significant amount that you're putting forward towards relief. $40 million, that works out to about 260 crore rupees. Now, Cognizant is one of the largest employers in Chennai. You have about 60,000 employees across 11 facilities. So if I can start by asking you, how did you arrive at this number of 260 crores, sir?
Shereen, what we went through in the last 1 month, particularly last week, was unprecedented. I've never seen such a situation in Chennai in my lifetime. So, given our significant presence in Chennai, we felt that strongly that we want to commit to rebuilding the city, rebuilding the communities, and take care of our employees and business partners. And that's how we arrived at this significant program, whereby we are going to commit 260 crores, and we're going to spend this in a four-pronged approach. First is $10 million, 65 crores would be actually given as grants, for example, to Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Relief Fund, and also support other NGOs and organizations like Americares India and many other NGOs who are supporting in rebuilding the city. Now we want to make direct contribution to these efforts, and also initiate a lot of healthcare programs in the city to make sure that the worst thing that can happen is the disease, in the aftermath of flood. So we want to ensure that we do our bit in terms of preventing healthcare hazards, post this flood situation. So that's the first, direction we are going to support in rebuilding effort. The second is we have also announced 30 million or 195 crores towards grants and loans to employees and business partners to take care of their immediate and long-term recovery needs. Many of our associates actually have lost many things in their home, and so we need to support them in this need of the hour and in this hour of need. And so that's why we have come up with a program whereby we are going to be spending about 195 crores to help our employees to get back to normal life, and which we felt very strongly that we should do it at this point in time. And then the third, and also again, help take care of their health and safety. And so that's why we came up with such a large, amount for granting loans and to our employees as well as business partners who have actually helped run our operations in Chennai. It's important that we recognize what they have done to Cognizant. And then the third is, as you know, Cognizant has been very strong in the employee volunteer program. We call it outreach within Cognizant. And we've been getting a lot of messages from our own associates that they want to do their bit. We have touched so far 400,000 lives before these floods, and now every associates want to do something more, and we want to streamline our efforts and support the outreach need. So we'll make additional contribution over and above what we have announced. And also, over and above what we have announced, we want to support Cognizant Foundation's effort. Cognizant Foundation is also working on, working with other organizations in rebuilding, community in Chennai, around the city. So we want to make additional contribution to Cognizant Foundation. So these are the four-pronged approach that we have taken, and we feel very, very committed to rebuilding the society and the city of Chennai.
It's great to hear you talk about this four-pronged strategy that Cognizant has put in place. But just for the benefit of our viewers and other corporates who are also wondering how they can help, and we now do have this mandatory 2% CSR spending. Do you have enough advice on whether this can be set off as part of your CSR contribution?
Shereen, to be honest, we haven't even thought about 2%. This is something that we felt strongly that we should do to Chennai. And we haven't really discussed about the 2%. If it can be accounted against 2%, so be it. But that's not at the top of our priority list.
No, I understand that. I was just trying to ask because these are probably going to be questions that corporates are going to be grappling with as they decide on how they can contribute to the cause of Chennai at this point in time. But could I also ask you about the impact as far as business operations are concerned? And I would imagine that this has been the time that your business continuity or your business contingency plans have truly been tested. I believe that operations were impacted severely for about 3 days. What have been the lessons that you've learned as far as your business continuity plans are concerned, sir? And how do you propose to continue to de-risk operations, given the fact that you have 11 facilities in Chennai?
Right, yeah. Actually, we had to shut our operations, we had to ask our associates not to come to work for at least 3 days last week. But many of our, I would say the mission critical support that we needed to provide to our clients, that we took care of by making the associates come to locations where it was safe, or making them travel to other cities, invoking our intra-city as well as intercity business contingency plan. So operations from mission critical support were not affected at all. And now the situation is 8 of our 11 facilities are on stream as we speak now. And we are actually making associates to move to some of these locations where it is operational, and also moved around 3,000 associates to other cities, so that all our commitments to our clients will be taken care of as much as possible.
Okay. Would you have an estimate, sir, at this point in time, in terms of what you will need to perhaps provision on account of the damage caused to operations because of the floods?
In fact, we are assessing as we speak, and probably it's too early for me to talk about the financial impact, but we are trying to minimize it as much as possible.
Well, Mr. Chandrasekaran,